And I think we're live. Well, hello, Miss Camper, Miss Glamper. How are you?
Hello. I am doing well. How are you?
Doing really well. Always so nice to see you.
Thank you. And you too. We're going to see
Thanks.
you live.
Yes, that's right. I'll be
Very
seeing you next
excited.
week. I'm
Yes,
so excited too. That's going
me
to be
too.
great. Well, everybody, it's Katie Lambert here. I am the founder of MOMnation. I don't know what I was just about to say, but it's definitely the founder of MOMnation. And I'm here with Wendy Thibault with Pampered Chef. We have had Wendy on before. She's awesome. She's our go-to girl because all of us mamas are busy and we need to get our dinners done in like 30 minutes or less, right, Wendy?
Absolutely. Doesn't matter what stage of life, you all do.
Right. And you are the expert on that. So I'm super excited to talk with you today. We're going to talk a little bit about camping and keeping your family full and happy and keeping you out of the kitchen, even though looks like you have a pretty darn gorgeous kitchen in your camper there.
It's pretty cute. It's small, but it works perfectly. I have the right tools. So
There you go. That's the important part. We need to have the right tools, right?
Yes.
Awesome. Well,
and not a lot.
Not a lot of tools. Exactly.
No.
Because we don't want to be sitting in the camper washing all of this crap, right?
Lord, no. Because you don't have a dishwasher here, so you have to wash them. So
Exactly. Awesome. Well, what do you have for us today?
Well, I am cooking up, and there's actually no heat to this one. We're going to start with a fruit salsa because the strawberries are fresh, the season's in, fruit is better during the summer. And this is one of my go-to. I love to have my manual food processors. So whether you have something manual to chop with, the blender, if you want to do that, this is the easiest for me. And it also stores. So when I take a blade out, it's going to store after I'm done. And it's basically apples, kiwi, and strawberries. And I'll also put up the recipe after so you can have it. And to add citrus so that the apples stop from browning, I'm going to add some orange juice. And then I'm going to add some orange peel that gives a little zing to it.
Ooh.
Now, I have a little tip because I forgot my zester. So I have my corn kernel cutter that literally takes corn off the cob. Well, I used it as my zester too. So because I know the manual food processor will chop it up even more. So basically, I'm just doing it the same way. It's sharp, but I don't go all the way down to the pulp, and I just take it off and it just comes out. And then you have the little zest.
So beautiful. I love the multitasking tool there. So catch me up though real quick, because I didn't know that Pampered Chef had that corn thing. And so we're eating a lot of corn on the cob because it's summer and I'm sitting there holding the cob and I'm cutting the crap because that's what my kid wants.
Right. And it's great for salads because you can make nachos with them, and just cutting it off the corn easily and getting fresh. So this blade is super sharp. So I don't suggest for kids unless it's, you're with them. Right. But this prevents you from cutting yourself, and it also prevents you cutting the whole cob, and it gives you the depth of the kernel. So basically you're holding it and you're just pushing it down, and it literally takes all the kernels off the corn.
Oh, beautiful.
So for those who can't eat corn or, whatever you're going to do with it, this is a great little tool. And it does come with a guard too, so it protects it.
That's so nice because I love fresh corn from the cob. Yeah. But I don't like how it gets stuck in my teeth when I eat it off the cob. It drives me crazy. So
yes, I'm with you. Gonna have those picks everywhere.
Exactly.
Oh my goodness. So what I start with is the hard apple. So when you're doing a manual food processor, whether you're doing a salsa, guacamole, anything, you want your hardest vegetable to go in or fruit go in first. So I've got the green apples. And they're cut up into chunks. So you don't want to do slices and put them in. So if you have the core, apple core, then cut those slices in half and it will go quickly. And you just set this on because the blade's in there.
Wow, it's so easy.
I love this thing. So this recipe is one of my favorites because for those of you who have an air fryer, or even if you want to put your oven on, it's not too hot outside, you can make your own chips for this by taking the corn tortillas and using your pizza cutter, cutting it into 8 slices.
Oh, wow.
Putting it on the trays. And you can actually just base butter and sprinkle some cinnamon sugar if you want. And then for 6 minutes, I switch the trays halfway through so they get the even air fry, and they come out beautifully crispy, and it's perfect with the salsa.
Oh, I like the little added bonus workout you're getting with that too. You should
I know.
do reps
Stress
on each
reliever.
side.
Exactly. Great stress reliever. So then I'm going to add my strawberries. It's kind of like a layered type salsa. And add that in.
Oh, that looks so good. I bet it smells good too.
It really, oh, it does. And what the blade does, because of the centrifugal force, the way the blade is like layered 3 ways, it will pull the fruit down. So you're literally getting it down there to chop
Oh,
it.
nice.
Okay. Now we might have put a little bit too much apple this time, because last time I didn't have enough apple and it was too citrusy for me.
Oh.
So
we're gonna be heavy on the apple today. That's all right.
We're heavy on the apple. It takes me a little bit longer to do the strawberries because they're not getting down there today.
Extra workout, that's all.
Extra workout. And the last ingredient I'm going to add. Okay, what we're going to do. So this will happen. So you two can be a Pampered Chef consultant. It doesn't matter. So we're just going to take some apple out just because I have way too much.
Oh, it's not chopping the strawberries for you.
It's not bringing that strawberry down because it likes to take all the space up today. So you just want to make sure that the blade, my hands are washed, I promise. The blades are going down. All right. And you just form it until your blade works. There we go. Better. I can feel it already. Okay, strawberries are going through.
Awesome.
And then I'm going to start adding some kiwi.
Ooh.
Kiwis are great taste in this too.
So,
2 to 3 depending on.
So we've got apple, strawberry, we've got some zest from citrus, and kiwi.
Kiwi and about a tablespoon of the fresh juice of the orange.
Got it.
So kind of orange, yeah. Some people like to even add, and I've done it too, is add a little bit of lime if you want to add another bit of flavor. And some people add sugar, but you don't really need the sugar.
Yeah, especially if the fruit's fairly ripe, it's going to be nice and sweet. Yeah. Wow, that looks delicious.
You can see. And I'm just going to pour this in. And I'm going to add my zest. Now, the last piece I'm going to add, which you might not expect, but we've been eating a lot of lately because it normalizes your blood sugar and also is good for your heart, is cinnamon.
Oh.
So I'm using Cornget and Ceylon are really the top flavors for cinnamon, because I didn't know this before. There are many different cinnamons out there.
I didn't know that. I thought there was only cinnamon, cinnamon is cinnamon, but no. No. So we have a Cornget, which unfortunately, but if you can get Ceylon in the natural food store, we sell this in the winter time for baking. I'm hoping they come out year round with it. But it's all of our pantry spices are sugar-free, soy-free, gluten-free, and they have kosher salt in them. So they're really potent and fresh. So you don't have to use a lot. But I'm just going to use a teaspoon. So. And you should have like a teaspoon a day, whether I put mine in my smoothies. It just helps you. And that's it to that. Then our little salsa is. Well, that was pretty quick, Wendy, because I think we've only been on for like 7 minutes and we talked a little bit too. So.
Yes. And there's our salsa.
Nice.
So you just take your chips and then you can store it with the cover until you're ready. So if you want to prepare it, you're going to a picnic that day, prepare it in the morning, bring it with you. You're all set to go.
Nice little summer dish, a little summer snack or appetizer or something.
And it's addicting. So I'm going to let you know right now, you could eat the whole chips and the salsa at the same time because it's very hard to stop. My next fun tool, for those of you who like cold brew coffee, or you might like tea, we have this really great, I love this cold brew maker, and sometimes I forget to use it. But I found this really good tea that I like, and I thought, I'm going to try it. So we have the attachment for tea, and then we have one for coffee. down below. This will screw off the top, and it just sits right in there. This is 40 ounces of water. So you get a lot in here. And I used about 6 tea bags. And what you want to do is you want to heat up water and let it steep until it gets to room temp. And then you place it in your fridge for 6 to 8 hours. So typically I'd make it after dinner, let it sit, including my coffee, and let it sit. And then in the morning I'll have my coffee.
Nice. Yeah, I know.
And I'm one of those, yeah.
I know a lot of mamas are into the iced coffee because when you have a kid, well, you know, your coffee ends up being iced coffee anyway. So you might as well start off like that.
Does. And it gets heated 5 times in the microwave. I've done that.
Exactly.
So, and the cold brew, I don't know if you know about this, but cold brew typically will take the acid out and it tastes much better.
Really?
And I still heat it up. I'm one of those weirdos. I heat up my cold brew. So
that's
I do what. So that is it. And it's going to steep. I'm going to let it cool down, and then I'm going to put it in my fridge, and I'll have it later for dinner or tomorrow morning or lunch.
I love that. Now, can you use that same pitcher because it had like that basket inside?
Yeah.
Can you like stuff a bunch of fruit in it or stuff some cucumbers in it and make that flavored water, you know, that kind of summery?
Yeah, that's a great idea. You could, because it does have the holes in it, so the juice will emanate. And like cucumber, because cucumber is really good for you too. And once the water will hit it, it will make a great water. So yeah, you could fill this up, and that would be, 40 ounces at a time. You wouldn't have to wait overnight either, So.
Oh, that's cool. And that took you like a total of 2 minutes to put that whole thing together.
Right.
And 40 ounces, I mean, that's not too shabby. That's at least 2 drinks.
Yeah, it's like 6 cups. So almost 6 cups. So that's out of your 12 or however many you need to have a day. That's what it's really good. I love it for that. And it's dishwasher safe. All the pieces are, you just take this jacket off. It looks like a little tuxedo jacket. It just comes right off. And then you just button it back up again once you've gotten it out of the dishwasher. So yeah, pretty easy peasy.
Awesome. I love it.
Yeah. Some of these things I don't typically show. So I thought, this would be kind of fun for some sort of refreshing drink.
Well, and it's perfect for now because everybody's heading out, going camping, going on vacation. They need going to the beach. They need these quick and easy things. So I love that. All right, sister.
And speaking of, one other little thought though, you just got me on the fruit kick. You could also make sangria out of here, I bet.
Ooh.
Put your fruit in there, and then you put your wine in and whatever else, your juice.
That's a great idea. We're going to need a recipe for that. Do you have recipes for that too?
We'll make that one up.
Awesome. And so now a couple of weeks ago, you had a really cool, very successful workshop, and you talked about making, well, I'll let you explain it.
Well, we did freezer meal workshops. I did this about 5 years ago in my home, and I used to have 6 to 8 people come in. I had tools for everybody. They had their grocery list, and they went and got all their groceries for it. And then they came to my home, and then I had all the paperwork they needed to put these bags together to go home. At that time, it was 10 meals they went home with. And each meal, even now, feed 4 to 6 people. So if you are empty nesters, people went home with 20 meals.
Wow.
Even some who were families that had young kids, they were like 2 meals. There was lots of leftovers in these meals. So what I did was I decided to do Zoom and give it a whirl. And I had a couple people that were able to join. And what happens is I have a menu, and I'm doing this in August for a kickoff, getting back to school, because I know there's a lot of things going on trying to get the kids, because they're going to be going into school this year, I'm sure. And so with that, all of the shopping and all that entails, I thought, well, maybe some freezer meal workshops will help out in the first couple of weeks as they're getting acclimated again. And I'm going to do family-friendly recipes. Now, the great thing about these recipes is that you can cater them to your diet or food or likes or dislikes in the ingredients. So you don't have to stick closely to the ingredients of, the fruits and the vegetables or whatever we're putting in the meats in there. You can change that up. the spices are already given. So whether you have these spices or not, those are put in there from Pampered Chef, and then I give you recipes for the extra spice left, so you can actually make more meals after.
I love that. And I love
So that's
that.
basically the gist of what.
I wasn't able to attend your workshop, but I did talk with a couple of girls that did, and they were super excited about what they came home with. And I got to thinking, yeah, I mean, this is really smart, really brilliant, for people to be aware of, know how to do this so that they can put quick meals together, toss them in the freezer, and, for camping, like what you're doing right now, or kids going back to school, getting back in the swing of things. I was also thinking of expectant mothers, and it might be a great way for them to prepare for when baby is coming, because you know how
perfect,
right? You know how crazy that time is, and so give them an opportunity. Hey, I know my due date's in a week or so, and start to make this stuff, pop it in the freezer, and away we go. I mean, we've got a couple of weeks worth of food. Also, if you're moving, I know you just did that recently,
right?
And so you know how that is. Like, you can only eat
that was
so
crazy.
much.
Yep. I should have made them for that. I didn't even think about it at that time. But
there's so many reasons.
It's perfect. There's so many reasons.
Yeah. So did you bring
exactly? And so if I did. So when I did the 5, I didn't have any room in my apartment fridge freezer, so I brought all my 5 meals here. And here's one of them. It's the penne. You can barely see it because it's frozen, but they all lay flat like this, so you don't have a lot of space. And they're double bagged. And then I make sure everyone labels and puts the date so you don't forget. Or if you find it down at the bottom and you see the date and it's like 3 years ago, you obviously don't want to use it. So I make sure you date it. So you have that. But I have the quick cooker with me. So I believe that anyone who has an Instapot or a pressure cooker, and you're even going camping in a tent, get electricity. It's not going to, cost you much more. And bring a table, extension cord, and you can do the quick cooker. And oh my gosh, you've got one pot and you don't have to do a lot of dishes, just paper on the, the plates. So
much easier.
Mine's sitting right over there with my blender.
Yeah, I mean, I don't blame you. And then you get to spend more time relaxing and hanging out with your family, and the reason why you went camping to begin with,
Exactly. And you're not spending a lot of money going out to eat all the time because you don't feel like cooking. It's there, pull it out. They're in the cooler. They may thaw a little bit, but even if they're still frozen, you can put them frozen in your pressure cooker. So it doesn't matter. And it works great. Yeah.
Awesome.
So I'm a big fan of them.
I bet. Well, anything that's convenient and, you still get the, the nutrition and all of that, and you're easy on the wallet. Hey, those are my 3 favorite things.
Yeah, me too.
Well, awesome, Wendy. So your workshop, you're going to do another freezer meal workshop, and that's coming up, you said, in August?
In August. So I will set up in a link, event link, get that to you. Anyone who's interested, you can start planning for that now. I will also have the menu within the next week or so. I'm trying to put that all together. So you'll be able to get your meals and have the grocery list on hand when we go to do it.
Yay. And is there any cost to that, or can people just...
The only cost, it's free for me, but the only cost is if you want to get the spices that go with it, unless you have your spices on hand. Sometimes, like I may have a sweet basil, you might have a basil. It really doesn't matter, but like a chipotle or something different, if we have that in there and you want to say, hey, I want to try it, then you can order the spices. But I'm only doing one big order so that I can, ship them out. Unless they have other items that they want, then they can get, they have a possibility of getting a free item of the month too. So
fun. Cool. So there'll be some cool things happening. Awesome. If somebody would like to reach out to you, either to get more info or to chat with you about products or recipes, things like that, what's the best way for them to do that?
They can actually go to my business page or private message me. So Fast and Fresh Cooking with Wendy and Pampered Chef. That's on the Facebook. You can private message me, Wendy Thibault. It's picture of me and my granddaughter, and or my email's good, wendythibault15@gmail.com.
Awesome. Awesome. And I did link your page to the show notes. So that's a real quick click, people. If you want to get in touch with Wendy, if you want to follow Wendy, get on board with her for these freezer meals. I don't think you'll be disappointed. Well, my friend, I will let you get back to your fun time camping, but this was awesome and informative.
Thank you. Yes. Thank you so much for the time, Katie. I look forward to seeing you next week.
Yes, ma'am. I can't wait. All right. Have a good one.
Okay.
Bye.
Thanks. You too. Bye-bye.